Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Road to 100 Million here on Farming Simulator. We're going to start off today. This is episode 52, 53. Oh, it's episode 53. It's been a little while, but we're going to start off today pretty much straight where we picked off last time. We're in September. This is the first year since we moved to Kinlay, and we are going to go into this onion field. Where is the actual entrance to this onion field? It's very strange. Oh, is it right behind? No. It's all the way on the other side. Okay, I am not going all the way down there, I'm afraid. We are going to park up here and start harvesting these onions. This is something that I've been looking forward to doing. Never done onions before, and we'll see how we go. So time to hop into the JCB. This field needs plowing. Why am I next to field 36? Oh, yes. I need to do some contracts. So I did all these off camera, which is literally the only thing I've done since the last episode. I just wanted to claim them on camera so you guys know where the money came from. I'm assuming that I now have a fertilizing contract for field 36. Yes, we do. All right, let's accept that. And we'll set this guy to work. So I'm just going to, I'm just going to automate this man. Start with the headland, sure. Is that going to work? Yep, cool. Okay, so we don't actually need the tractor attached to the trailer because we can go in here and grab all of these onion things. So, don't actually know how this works, so bear with me while I figure it out, but I'm pretty excited to get that field done, and I think this will be quite a large harvest as well from memory. Okay, let's attach this. So that's the onion planter, it looks like. So we don't need that right now, so let's just leave this here. And then let's go back and grab the other two things, because one of them goes on the front and one of them goes on the back. I know that for sure. Which one's which? Let's figure out. So, one of the cool things about this game is if I go to help and then across to Kinlay, that's the fishing stuff. But there was something about root vegetables. Where are we? Onions. I swear there was onions somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe I'm making it up. Creating ridges, blah, blah, blah. I swear there was one for onions. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's fine. Alright, so if I go in here and attach this. Oh, sorry, it was in the store, wasn't it? Yeah. So if I go to the onion category in the store, yield improvements, combine harvesting, grassland. Oh, it was a bit laggy there for me for a moment. Beet loading, rice harvesters, grapes and olives. Where's my onion harvesting? Onion harvesting. Here we go. Okay, so we have one of these. This tool is used to cut off the hulb on the onions and drop them as a windrow behind the tool. Okay, so I feel like that goes on the back, and then one of these goes on the front. The onion windrow picks up the windrow again, cleans the onions, and drops them on the desired side of the tool. Oh no, okay, so this one's on the front. So the Holaris UMR300. And the UR205. So what did I pick up? The 205. So the 205 is the one that goes on the back, I'm assuming. The onion windrower picks up the windrow again, so that obviously has to be behind. Cleans the onions and drops them on the side of the desired side of the tool. Alright. Which means this bad boy is first. Let's pick him up. In here. Yep, that looks right. And then we'll do a quick U-turn and make sure we go and get this one. Pretty exciting. I reckon I could do so many fertilizing contracts by the time I figure out how to actually use these things. Will I make it in there? Nope. Now I'm driving up the side of my fence. Yoink. God, it takes a lot of work to get this sorted, doesn't it? Alright. Again, you guys can probably hear me tapping the keys on my keyboard because I don't have my wheel installed, which is a big shame. And now I'm just gonna have to get loud for a moment. Oh my goodness, this is so painful. Maybe I'll go in from this side. Okay, come on, this looks like I can pick it up. Otherwise I'm gonna have to drive the harvester out of the garage, and I don't really feel like doing that. There we go. Any reason why this isn't going anywhere? Ooh, there we go. Cool. Alright, so when we do new things, I like to try them out for the first time by myself. without the AI worker. So 4 headlands is a lot. Let's just do 2. I feel like 2 is reasonable. It doesn't really change things too much. Alright, so we're on the back. Lower that one down. And then tap to this one. Lower that one down. And let's just see if this even works. I think that's, yep, that's leaving onions right there. Okay, that's cool. It's working. The question will be, how the hell do I pick the onions up afterwards? But, I mean, I guess we can figure that out as we get there. We have got a lot of onion harvesting to do. This is pretty cool, though. This is pretty cool for sure. Yeah, beauty. Beauty. This will be awesome. And then I'll have to go back around the opposite way, right? When I do the second one, God, that tractor's quite loud in my ears. When I do the second row, the second headland, I need to go back the other way so that I can then pick up the windrow and put it on the same side as this windrow, and then not have to do as many drives up and down, correct? I think, thinking out loud, I think that sounds correct. We'll see exactly how we go. We also need to decide what to do with these other fields, so I'll just leave that on. Am I on? Yeah, I'm on cruise control. This one needs to be cultivated, harvested, reseeded. I think, yeah, we own a decent amount of farmland already. This is pretty cool. I think we get barley. Potentially barley on both fields, although we could do wheat on one of them. We could also, yeah, barley and wheat probably seem like the most interesting because they both lead to us getting chickens. Although we could also do one as grassland if we needed to, but I did get a shit ton of grass from, like my language, from that field that we originally mowed up in the first place before we ploughed. So well, we have plenty of bales to spare, and if I keep a few of the grass bales, we actually should be able to use them for goats and sheep to get us going initially. So maybe, yeah, maybe we do both as barley and wheat. That could be cool. Good use of our combine harvester. We can get our money's worth out of that straight away. That could be very nice. But either way, that's all things to discuss later on in this episode. First things first, I am going to figure out how to pick up the onions, and you guys can enjoy a time lapse of me getting all the onions, I guess, picked up and windrowed. So we'll leave you guys with that, and I'll see you in a few moments.
Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold when the autumn leaves are playing chase. It puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. Since I was a little child, every year for as long as I remember, all the leaves were running wild, going all the way until November. Turn the world around us into gold when the autumn leaves are playing chase. It playing chase it, puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. When the autumn leaves are playing chase it, puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. Dancing through the last days of September.
Alrighty, why are we back at the store? Well, it's not for sales or service or oil changes or for brakes. It's because I realize that I need to buy this thing. The Keeler 2 RK22 Roper. So it is configurable for onions. Now the problem is that we have an onion field. I'll just go and visit our onion field really quickly. That I've done. Obviously you guys just saw in the time lapse. All of these are ready to be picked up. And I don't have anything to pick them up with. So I've got two options. One, I could buy a front loader and a bucket and just go and pick all these up in the bucket. But look how many rows of onions I have. I think that would take me a monumental amount of time. The second option is to, well, come to the store and figure out if we can buy this thing using the hire purchasing mod, which is a realistic way of doing it. So let's explore. First thing, oh, it's not loading. Strange. Silver edition. Costs $5,000 more. Alright, well, what's the silver edition? No, thank you. I don't think we need the silver edition. What's this configuration? What's the difference here? RK22L. Yes or no? Maybe it's the silver edition thing coming in. Or maybe it's gold. Can anyone see any different configuration there? So that goes, it has a smaller capacity. And all the rest changes. Why wouldn't I go for the one with the bigger capacity? I think we're going to go with this one. Narrow tires, can't do anything about them. BKT tires? I do like the BKT tires. Although, actually I'm a fan of the Redestein ones as well. We don't want silver. We want the harvester to be for onions. Now this is why we got the garage with the workshop, because I can then configure this to be potatoes as well, which is pretty cool. Onion boy. There you go. That is the name of this guy, until obviously he does potatoes, but it is what it is. Okay, we're looking good. We'll be able to hopefully drag this behind us, pick up all the onions in the field. It'll go into here, and then we can put it in our trailer. So I didn't realize that we would need to do this. I was hoping I'd be able to do it with the cheaper ones, but that's fine. We have $54,000. So let's be real about this, right? We need to make sure that we can afford this monthly cost. Now, at this stage of the farm's life, I think we need the monthly cost to be as low as possible. So I think I'm going to go with option 4, and we can do the deal for 2 years in length. Option 4, 2 years in length. Final fee, $57,000. That's a hectic amount of money to pay. Or we could do $5,800 per month and only have $19,000 final fee. I'm not sure. This is obviously the most expensive, but I'm not comfortable putting it on the lower ones, because I think the final fee will, I don't know. This is very, very hard to pick. I think I want the lower monthly cost. The final fee will be okay. I'll just have to make sure that I save up money to pay it off in that month when it comes off. To be honest, I'm hoping that I'll be able to pay it off earlier. We all know that January is the month that we make all of our money, so it would be nice to get to January, repay all our loans, and then potentially, and when I say loans, obviously it's the new hire purchase deal, and then go from there. So I think we can afford the $4,000 a month, that's for sure. I just have to double check. Yeah, we should be able to. And the other thing I can do is straight away, I can start using this harvester to do all of the contracts that we have as a way to finance it, basically. So I think I'm going to go with this. 20% deposit, realistic. We'll be paying $4,270 a month. The final month will be $57,000, and all this doesn't start until next month. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. Let's just have a quick check. The hire purchase mod. So our monthly costs are here, $7,000 a month. So as long as we have $7,000 a month, and I think this is a nice way to balance it out, because like $7,000 a month is basically where I'm at now. I can't really afford too many more things until I get these two paid off. So I think it's a nice way of putting progression into the game without necessarily making it really easy to achieve obviously higher amounts of profits and stuff like that, and also keeping it ticking along nicely, because it's a fine balance between being too slow and being too quick. And I think we're exploring that right now. So I am gonna hopefully majestically take this guy back to the field, and then we can go and start doing some onion, well, harvesting on our own field, I guess. Have we already done the harvesting? I guess it's just the collecting, right? And then we can decide what to do with them once they're all collected. So I'll just get through here, and I'll show you guys some of the contracts as well, because I think I'm going to do some of them. Now, the problem is with the contracts, it took me an hour to do that field, an hour of real time to harvest it. So maybe with this thing it will be quicker, but either way, it's a very labor-intensive task. So if I just quickly open up the contracts here, you guys will see we've got tens of contracts that we can use the harvesting for. And we can pay this guy off. So I'm just going to keep driving until, you know what, I'm going to drive through the fields. It's probably not a realistic way of doing it, but I mean, this is my field right here that I want to get to, so why not? Oh, I got to cross the train tracks. I forgot about that. Okay, if I just go slowly. Yep. No GTA airtime. Oh, the trail nearly tipped. But yeah, I mean, we can start collecting some of these parsnips. Okay, so not parsnips, but we can do Farmland 21, that's quite an easy journey. Spinach, oh, interesting. Onions, see, that's quite a big journey. I would try and avoid that one if I can, but it looks like they're all quite far away. 44, where's 44? Field 44. That's quite a big journey too. But either way, even if I do like 3 of these contracts, I'm starting to pay off the cost of the machine, you know. And if I can do, yeah, like let's say 3 or 4 contracts now, and then I can pay off all of the monthly fees for the rest of this year. We're obviously in September already. Then that's a nice way to at least start progressing a little bit. Right, how does this guy work? Let's unfold. Ooh, oh my goodness. Right, lower. Okay, let's raise. Oops, raise. And then I will start at this end and see, is this going to tip it? Is that going to tip it? Or do I have the ability to control that, actually? Oh, I do. Okay, so if I hold my mouse button here, I can do that, which is pretty cool. All right, let's spin around here. Let's spin around here. I guess it's too big to do a tight turning circle. I'll put the thing down there, and then let's see if I can start collecting. Oh, let's not drive over the onions if we can. I think I'm collecting. Is it collecting? I mean, there's nothing at the back. Oh, yeah, there you go. 2%, 200 liters. And will this thing store them? I think it will. Yep, pretty cool. Let me just hit F1 and see if there's anything else we need. Move bunker up. That'll be when I need to tip it out. It's filling up quite quickly. Oh, I'm very worried. We have, like, I don't know what that is. That's a hectic amount of onions to go and collect, and this thing is already at 20%, and I'm barely halfway down one of the rows. So every 4 rows it'll be filled, and it looks like it's got a capacity of about 10,000, maybe a little less, or maybe a little more. I mean, that's a heck of a lot of onions. What are we going to do? How much are the onions actually worth? This is the other thing. I haven't even, obviously we just bought them, but they're worth 545 per litre. That's actually not, I mean, it's worth 400 now. That's not a bad amount to have to sell if we can't store them. But I'll try and store them initially anyway. All right, let's see what the turning circle is like here. Can I just turn and go and start picking up this one straight away? So miss one out and then do every 2. Potentially. I mean, I'm a little bit messy with the ones down there. And if this was a realistic performance, then I would definitely have just run over all of those onions and they would not be good to harvest. But I think this is pretty cool. 62% done already. Oh, this is going to take a long time, but at least we're able to go and pick them up, you know. And I think we do have to actually use all the machines that we bought. I was under the impression that maybe I'd be able to get away with just using this one, but I don't think this thing will dig the onions out of the ground. Like well, I mean, we can try next time. I guess I can try with some of the contracting missions to see if I can just use this and not have to use the front and rear attachment that we have in the shed over there. But that's always something to consider. So, I mean, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? From above, being able to pick these up. Yeah, over 10,000 litre capacity as well. That's fantastic. Oh, I've stopped. Okay, it automatically turns off. That's fine. I guess it's because it keeps running for a little bit. So that's okay. I mean, I know unrealistic me driving through the field of onions, but whatever. It is what it is. Let me go over here and get this deposited into the trailer. And then we'll start figuring out exactly how much money we're going to make from this, because this is awesome. Even if we sell these, I mean, right now, this would be the cheapest one to sell to, the shortest distance, sorry. So around $420, $430 per 1,000 liters, and we've already got 10,000. So this is good. This is good. This is a lot of money that we can potentially make, and I'd be quite happy to consider selling these immediately. Like, that's definitely something that we can look at. Will I be able to get this around here in time? I think I've left myself too short of a turning circle. But yeah, I mean, this is $4,000 already. Let's put this up. Let's put this up, and then let's get close to the trailer. And I'll be keen to put this in the bulk haul as well. That'll be quite a fun task. Alright, get out of here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at all our onions. Those 2D onions loading up. That's fantastic. Okay, these have a very high capacity. Like one... Oh gosh, I'm worried. I mean, we're not even going to get 4 loads full. It'll be 3. Because nearly 30%. So that's a hectic amount. I'm a little bit concerned about maybe... Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to press O that quickly. I'm a little bit concerned about how much potential space we have. And where we're going to put the onions. I don't know if they'll even manage to go in the bulk haul, but we'll have to figure that out later on. Anyway, for now, time-lapse time. I am going to time-lapse this field once again. I know that means that you guys have just spent so much time looking at the same field. But we'll do a deal. I'll time-lapse this field, and then I won't show you guys all the onion harvesting contracts, because, I mean, it'll be a lot of the same thing. A lot of the action will be the same. And that way I can go and start paying off for the machine that we just bought, and then you guys still get to see us working on our field with all the new machines, which is pretty cool. I mean, this thing is... Onia? Boy. That's awesome. The way that license plate works is funny. But this is a beautiful machine. Like, I mean, look at it. Ticking along quite nicely there. I think that I would be able to harvest these immediately out of the ground, just based on the 2 little tram lines there at the top of the machine. I think I would be able to, but we'll figure that out afterwards. Right, time-lapse time. Enjoy the time-lapse. See you guys in a little sec. All right, so I have a problem. I can't actually put my onions here. Now, I'm assuming it's because I've got the oat back here. So if I mean, I've been trying to do this for a little while now. But obviously there is, yeah, I mean, I think this is oat. It looks like oat. I don't really know the difference. But, yeah, that looks like oat because those two are the same color. So I've got too much oat, basically. I've got too much oat that's filled one of these up. So I might need to, I don't like all these little things in here either. But I mean, if that's just how it looks, that's how it looks. I might need to get rid of the oat before I can unload the onions in here, which is a scary thought because I have no idea how I'm going to unload the oat. I don't have any other... Oh yeah, I was doing some spraying. I guess I could try and load it back in here, but I seriously don't think it would work, and I don't have any other means to do it. So this actually might be a silly way to solve our onion problem, but I mean, let's be real here. This is a full trailer, all right? So I've got a full trailer there, and if I go over here, I've barely done like 10 rows, and I've got so many more to go. So at this stage, I actually am considering just potentially just selling the onions immediately. Like that might be the best thing to do. So if I can get out of here, that's where we'll go. We'll go and sell our onions immediately. Any reason that I can't get out here? No. Is this going to be painful now for me to get out? Come on. Let's do it, game. Let's do it. Let's get out, please. Otherwise, I'm going to have my... Oh, no. Alright, I'll meet you guys in a sec when I get this trailer out of here, which might be more than a sec for me, but I won't waste my time showing you guys that now. Okay. Alright, I got him out of there, and this trailer is now on its way to get sold. Probably not the most prepared I've ever been, but to be honest, it's not really the worst thing in the world, because it means that we'll be able to get some money and actually fund the purchase of this machine anyway, which is good, because I am a little bit worried about that. And also, I mean, the bulk haul is being used. It's being used for oat and sorghum right now. So, I mean, I'll still be able to sell all of them in the future, which is a lot of money anyway. So, I don't really think it's the end of the world. I think probably just a little bit of unpreparedness on my part and something we'll be able to look out for in the future. Potentially getting a silo and using the bulk haul for onions and the silo for the grains would probably be a good idea. Now, I am just going to sell this at the nearest available location, which is here, regardless of what the price is, because I just want to get this done, and I'm probably going to have to make, I would guess, probably 5 or 6 trips to get here with all of the onions eventually. So let's make our way into the Kinlake milling facility. We'll go around here and we'll go and get these onions sold. And remember, this is direct profit now. This is direct money in our bank account that we can use to progress the farm in whatever way we see fit. So let's unload these bad boys. Yes, the 2D loading is amazing. Go on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And that is a fantastic amount of money. I mean, that's 15 grand, and we're going to have to do this, yeah, like I say, 4, 5, 6 times more. Sorry about the car there. Which is awesome. I mean, that's really, really fantastic. Probably means that we're looking close to $100,000 in revenue from this onion field, which I never thought I would say. That basically pays for this machine almost in its entirety, which is awesome. I mean, if I combine that with a couple of contracts, we could be looking at actually getting this paid off this year, which is hectic. I didn't think that we would be in that position. But back to the time lapse now. I'm gonna go in and let's not hit this bus. Sorry, bus. So sorry. Back to the time lapse. I'm gonna go and get the onion, I guess, collector. I don't really know if it's a harvester. I'm so certain it is a harvester, but we'll have to find out. I'm gonna get that loaded back onto this guy and then finish off that time lapse, and I'll meet you guys afterwards for a little bit more progress. I'm also gonna just claim this contract, or these 2 contracts, just on camera really quickly, so that you guys know where the money comes from. That's another 10 grand added to the account, which is awesome, and we can go from there. All right. Let me back this trailer up into the open field so that I can use the turning circle for the windrows. Awesome. All right, time lapse incoming. Guys, we are done with the onions. We have made so much cash from the onions. I'm actually kind of quite glad that we sold them. So if we look at September, obviously May, June, July, we didn't start. We've got $93,000 from harvest income, which I'm pretty sure is just the onions, which is crazy. That's a crazy amount of stuff, which is pretty awesome. So all this stuff is yeah, just the expenses that we've had throughout, and we're up to 45k in contract income as well. I think we're going to be looking at probably around 80, 100k for contract income if we can make it happen. But that's awesome. So we've sold the onions. We've got some cash. First thing is, when we get some cash, first thing is, can we potentially pay off any of these? Well, we could pay off the what even is this? The VB3190. I don't even know what that is. I forgot what I bought. But I'm assuming it's the. It's not even here. VB. I have no idea what that is. What the hell is it? Can I have a deeper look into that? The VB3190. Why do I not remember buying that? Oh my goodness. I'm blind. It's right here. It's the baler. Okay, that was stupid of me. We could pay this off. I mean, it's worth 53,000. We need to pay 60,000 to pay it all off. Otherwise, remaining cost is 62,904. I think we probably leave it for now. What we could do is invest a little bit of money into having some chickens. So the problem with that is I don't have anything to feed them with. We only have oat and sorghum, which isn't the best thing to do at the start of your animal's journey, is to just get something that we can't afford to feed. So we're not looking to do that. We do have the bales, and this will be a nice big chicken area over here, potentially a production area too, or we could maybe expand the backfield. But the thing we have to do next, let's not go to AI worker, we have to expand this backfield. The thing we have to do next is get these fields ready to go, all of them. So this is where it gets tricky now, because we have to do a lot of field work. We're going to be planting a bunch of barley or wheat, or maybe hedge our bets, but I think probably barley and wheat for now. Maybe potentially one of them being a grass field, if we were to do, goats, cows, whatever it is. But yeah, definitely 2 sets of those. So we have a lot of work to do. I mean, we have to get this field ready. We have to let's purchase the soil information together now for this field. Oh, that's not as good as it really should be, which is a bit annoying. Oh no, sorry, loam. The loam is the best one, right? So a yield potential 122%. That's fantastic. This one, only around 97%. Okay, so actually we've got quite a good bit of land over here. Does that mean this one's also good? Yeah, 105. And this one's 94. So actually the sorghum field is the worst. Oh no, the onion field's the worst. So we need to start getting these things ready. Now, for those of you guys that don't know how precision farming works, obviously it gives us the score in there. So if I go to, where is it? Seed rate? Oh no. Oh, sorry, it's right here. Environmental score. So it corresponds to this. So we need nitrogen, we need pH value, and we need weed control. I mean, there's a lot of things that we need to do there. Tillage as well. What we could do is hire a mulcher. By hire, I mean hire purchase. Get a mulcher, mulch this field, mulch that field, mulch that field. This one's new, so it doesn't have to be worried about. And then we go from there. Now, do we have a lime spreader? I don't think we have a lime spreader. No, that's the combine harvester. That's the seeder that we would use. We've obviously we've used the plow heaps, but I don't think we actually have a lime spreader. We do not, which means we need to buy a lime spreader. So already we're potentially looking at getting some cash outlay. Why have I lost in the time that I've been doing this? How come I've lost money? That's very crazy. Unless it must be worker wages. Yeah, it must be worker wages. There it is. Production costs and worker wages, fertilizer cost, wage payment. Yep, cool. Yes, so a lot of field work to do. Good thing is we've got all the soil information and we've got everything ready to go. I think I would like a mulcher. We need the tillage, we need the weed control. The weed control we can do via the sprayer, so that's not the end of the world. So I think I'm going to drop this guy off and go and get myself a rather large mulcher. Let's see, soil cultivation. No, it's yield improvement, isn't it? Yield improvement. Manure spreader, fertilizer spreader. I guess we need a fertilizer spreader anyway. But where would the mulcher be? Subsoil or mulcher? Soil cultivation, mulcher. That would help the tillage. Okay, that's very, very large. probably looking at something like this, maybe one of these. They're quite small and working with a 5.6 meter, that's 3. We can probably afford this one. The Speed Max 560. What have we got? 18 kilometers per hour. Actually, that's quite a good working speed, I guess. So that's $21,000, and then we need to also get ourselves, I just saw it underneath, a lime spreader. Which one of these can do lime? So far, only that one, right? Is there any other ones? Oh, yeah. 92,000. That's basically all of our cash, so I don't think we can afford that one, which does have a working width of up to 42 meters. But I mean, lime spreading is quite quick, so we might be able to get this guy and do the lime that way. This guy also does lime, and he is a Highlands fishing expansion, but he's more expensive, so why wouldn't we just go with the Bredal? I think everyone gets the Bredal at the start, right? So we need to get ourselves a Bredal, we need to get ourselves a mulcher, and I can go and do both of those things at the store right now, and then we can get to harvesting and planting. Actually, let's take a look at onions. Onions are a spring crop, so we actually could cover this field in grass, which would be good. And then we can get the onions for later on in the year, which would be fantastic. So I'll meet you guys at the store. All right, here we are at the store. Time to get these two things sorted. I reckon I'm going to go with the Speed Max one. This one, yeah, probably too large. Although it is 7 meter working with, which is awesome. But I mean, 5.6. I mean, we can always upgrade if we need to later on. I just think that's probably too much cash. Although we do have quite large fields. So if we work on the logic that whatever we need today, we're going to need more of tomorrow, is this one worth doing? Maybe we can afford to get this. Let's get it. Trash fan. That trash fan looks awesome. Yep. Okay, let's get it. Mulchy. Okay. Give it a nice bright pink license plate like we always do. Let's buy this thing for 36 grand, and then we want to also purchase the lime spreader for 45. Small extension, big extension. I guess we should get the big extension. We're going to have some large, Midas, nice. Some large wheels. 6 meter spreading unit. What does that do? That goes from 24 to 30 meters. Okay, so actually this one isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, it's a lot better than what we thought. So, so the other one's sprayer. This one's lemon lime. Can we make it lemon lime? Sure, we'll call it lemon lim. That's fine. And let's get this one purchased as well. 55 grand. So there goes all our money, all our onion money. But basically selling the onions now enabled us to get all the equipment and tools that we need to do the field work, which is pretty cool. Will I be able to take both of these with me? The thing is, I had planned to do, yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I can try and put this one on the front and see how that goes. Could be hilarious. Or I should probably get some lime while I'm here too. Yeah, I'm not driving back home like this. Take that off. Take it off. But let's buy some lime while we're here, because that's definitely something that we need. Consumables. Lime. What's the capacity for this bad boy? The one we just purchased. What's it called? Bredal. Capacity is 14,000 liters. So let's load this guy up on 7 things of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 14,000 liters. Perfect. For nothing. 3 grand. Cool. Alright, let's get this done, loaded up, and I will meet you guys back on the field, because we'll do a quick time lapse of us liming all of our fields, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. Well, ladies and gents, here we are. It is time to use, once again, our brand new equipment to get this field fertilized with the lime. Unlock. Oops. Yep. Let's do that. And after this field, we are going to do field 17, then field 72, and field 16. Although I might mulch that field first, because obviously we've got the sorghum on there, which I know, same logic. Why don't I mulch this field first? But that's because I don't want to. I just want to start getting the field work done, because we're getting to 5 o'clock, nearly 5 o'clock in September, and we still haven't got all of this ready to go. And so I am conscious that we also might need to do things like ploughing. Actually, I should probably check. Does this field need ploughing? No, it's got small weeds, which is fine. Because yeah, we are playing with periodic ploughing on as well. So Another thing to consider. So we've got a lot of work to do. I mean, I did say at the end of last episode and at the start of this one, we've got a lot of work to do. We've got to get these fields ready for the new crop, ready to go. And actually, do I have my crop sensor on? Let's just do Alt-B to make sure. But yeah, I mean, whoa. What just happened there? Something just, excuse me for the momentary pause. I pressed Alt-B and something opened on my computer, which is very strange. Obviously, it's a shortcut to one of the other programs. But yeah, let's get these guys ready to go. I might delete the tram lines too, because I mean, I'm going to do all the spraying before we plant everything, or in the first stages of fertilization and growth, so that yeah, we don't have to worry about it, which that'll be nice. Although I was going to say I might have to actually plow the tram lines up, but that's not true. I can just seed over the top of them and it should be fine. So yeah, but we bought 14,000 liters of lime, and already I'm thinking that it's going to be another trip to the store to get more, because we are going to be in trouble if I need to get up this hill and use this much lime for just this one field, compared to the fact that I have 4 fields ready to go. But either way, enjoy the time lapse, and I will be back with a little update once we've done that. Oh, in the meantime, also just before we go, in the meantime, I'm going to claim this contract money. We're doing the sowing contract for field 22, and I think after that I'm going to take a short break from getting the contracts, because I'll need the other tractor to come and do the field work for our own fields. So that's how things have shaped up, which wasn't what I was hoping. I was hoping to be able to use the onion harvesting stuff to make us a little bit more cash, but that's just not a possibility at the minute, because I have to get our field ready to go. Anyway, catch you guys in a few moments. Guys, I thought that I would need more lime. I did not think I would need it this quickly. We're not even halfway done through this first field. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments here, because I reckon it's time to get a lime spreading station. And is that a lime spreading station over there that we have? We might already have one. This does look... No. No. Is it? Let's just Control-Shift-P, bring up this. What is this? This is decoration. Okay, well, let's sell the decoration. And instead, let's buy a lime spreading station. Others? Isn't it in others? Containers? It should be in here, I think. If not, it might be in the silo. Farm barn. Or maybe it's in this one. Sheds. Constructables. Container. Here we go. Lime station. Oh my goodness, it's so expensive. I don't want a massive one. Like, I'd be happy for just a small one. This silo can be filled. I don't want that. Liquid fertilizer tank. Stainless steel fertilizer tank. I want a lime station, but is there not a smaller one? Oh, there's not a smaller one. Okay, we're going to have to deal with this and potentially put ourselves in a precarious position, because I'm going to need a bunch of lime to go with this as well. Yeah, that should be fine. So let's just back it up here. Save this. And then we'll go in here and get 60,000 liters of lime. That's too much. The good thing is, at least the lime doesn't cost heaps. Let's just get 10,000, and then I'll get another 10,000 if we need more. But I mean, yeah, bit worrying that we've had to do this already. And I guess I'm coming at it from the wrong angle, that's for sure. I don't want diesel, believe it or not. I want lime. Nope. I want lime. Why would you not give me lime, game? Is it because I'm too close to the marker for diesel? Okay, hang on, let's figure this out. If I do a quick U-turn and then get in here, does this... Okay, fine, you know what? I will fill up diesel, only because I need to fill up diesel. But hopefully then it will stop telling me to fill up diesel, and it can tell me to start filling up lime instead. Because I'm in the... Oops. I'm in the trigger point for it. There you go. I just have to drive the other way. Okay, fine. Sweet. So let's fill up our lime. There's nothing actually coming out, but I'm assuming it's coming out of that pipe there. Yep, there's no animation. But that's fine, we'll get this all filled up, all 10,000 litres, and then I'll carry on, and I'll just come back here and fill up with 10,000 litres every time I need more lime. But I did say that my contract might be done after this because we need field work to be the preparatory task, but we might need the money from the contracts to fund our lime addiction. Because, yeah, this is obviously the first time that I've limed all of these fields, so not sure how that'll go. But anyway, back to the time lapse. Okay, so all those fields are now limed. This one and all of those ones are all limed. So we're ready to go. I've done my field care and I've done my prep work. Expect. It feels like I was doing a Harry Potter spell. Except I need to plow this field. So there's weeds growing, which I think will be fixed once I plow it. And I did think that maybe I should have plowed before I limed, but actually this still has the perfect pH value, even though I've plowed it and the needs plowing bit has disappeared. So that means that this will be fine. This is a mammoth task. Like, let's not get it twisted. I need to plow this field again. Like I harvested the onions, then I picked it up with the windrower thing, and now I have to plow it. So this is going to be a mammoth task. An absolute mammoth task. And I'm pretty low on money, and I need $7,000 to at least just make the minimum payments for next month. So I also need to do some contracts before the month is up, or sell something, which are two daunting prospects, very daunting prospects. So just want to let you guys know what I have in store for the rest of September, because it's not looking pretty if you're a plow. Well, unless you're a plow, I guess. But either way, let's get to it. Right, so I'm about, I don't know, a third of the way through doing this field. I've done a couple of the headlands and a few of the lines over there. And I just thought I'd give you guys a quick update. So while this guy, let me just turn the corner here so I can put on the cruise control and not have to worry about it. I thought rather than doing a time lapse maybe we can do a talking time lapse, because there are a few things that I want to, I guess, plan out, and the best way to do that is always via voice. So I don't know if you can see, but the AI worker is currently on field 31, which is just up there over the hill. As he's doing the mowing contract for me, so that's $5,000 in the bank, because I definitely need that. I probably also need to do another contract, because I mean, our minimum payments for the hire purchase is $7,000, and I have the production costs. So the production costs are roughly, that says $10,000 a month, so probably another $6,000 to go. Which means I need to get at least $13,000. Let's say $15,000 to be safe. I need to end this month with $15,000, or we might be in debt. We might be in arrears. So that's not a good thing. But I do have some fertilizing contracts. I mean, that's probably the next one I do. And then if I need to, I'll do some of these harvesting contracts. The problem is this is very time heavy. And I'm conscious of not potentially using an AI worker. Oh, damn it. Of course, there's a spraying contract. Field 14. Did that say field 14? It does say field 14. Okay, we're definitely doing that one. That's nearly $3,000 in the bank. But anyway, while we do that, let's talk about what these fields are going to be and confirm once and for all. So this field is going to be onions, but onions are a spring crop. So onions are planted in March. It's harvest season now, plant season in March, which means this field is going to be grass. Grass means that I always will have food for sheep, goats, cows, if we get cows, whatever it is. And that's an easy way to make sure that we keep this field ticking over. I've done all the field work for it. The grass is just an easy crop to put in, not have to worry about it, set and forget, and then we can revisit it again in March. And obviously also gives us something to do during winter, because the grass will grow pretty quickly. So this one will be grass. These two fields are both, let's not go to the AI worker, these two fields, so this is now one field combined. This is going to be barley, and the field up here is going to probably be wheat. So we'll do those. The barley will be for the chickens, and the wheat field will probably be for either for pure profit, or maybe we look at getting a bakery or a mill or something down the line. But either way, that's the plan. So that way we can then start thinking about getting some animals. And I actually wouldn't mind cows. Remember the limousine cows? They have a funny name. It makes me laugh when I say it. And they're also quite easy to care for, and probably something different, because a lot of people do, I'm sure they do dairy cows and stuff like that, and I just think, why not do the regular cows? I mean, they're easy to take care of, they just need hay and grass. Actually, let me go to the help section here. I don't know if you guys have ever been to this, but you go to the help section, and you go down to cows, and it says they need grass, hay, and TMR. Angus and Limousine are only bred to be sold for profit. So that's probably the ones that we're looking at. TMR maximizes milk production. We don't need to worry about milk production. We can literally just give them grass and hay, and they will be nice and plump and fat. And that way we can sell them for more money, which is always what we're after. So that's where my head's at. Probably a bit of a waste planting this field as grass. I would love to do it maybe as something else, but I then want to be able to do onions and a spring crop in the future, and the only real thing I can do is maybe oilseed radish, grass. I could do canola, but canola lasts till July, and we're pretty much committing to that. So I think grass is the way to go, and that's pretty much where my head's at. We'll see how we go. Hopefully I get it all done today. I'm conscious that it is 6 o'clock in September, and I usually play on 5 times speed, but I did tell you guys for the first couple of episodes I'll probably do a 1 speed, because I just have so much to do to set it all up. When I get this done, and then next year rolls around, I think 5 speed will be pretty easy, because by that point, hopefully, I won't be strapped for cash and have to do contracts and everything like that. But let me know if you guys are enjoying the start of the series. I mean, we're still in for a mammoth September. I've got to get all of those fields mulched and planted before we finish, and I've already got all the lights on this tractor, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. Still got to do a couple more contracts, but we knew that it was going to be hectic to get it going, so that's the best way to start, right? When you're busy and you have lots of stuff to do around the farm, that's the best way to go. So, damn, these wage payments are really gonna kill me if we keep going, because I need to get another like $12,000 in the bank account to make sure that we can actually survive through September night and into October, which is really, really bonkers. I mean, the other thing to think about is probably the money that we're going to get in January. Now, it does look a little bit weird, as you guys have seen me driving past the warehouses. It does look a little bit weird just having the lettuce and the mushrooms, all just sort of sitting out and not really like going anywhere. Like, you know, obviously it's not very realistic. So I might look at potentially getting a hanger or something in the future, so that we can, like a refrigerated hanger, so that we can put them into storage and then sell them at the right time. Or I might just leave it and, I don't know, maybe set them to selling. The other part is, like, we could set the lettuce to selling, and then would have constant money coming in, which could be an option. I mean, with 3 lettuce greenhouses, I think that would be a lot of money just rolling in on the proper, and it's probably a nicer way to manage it all, rather than have to then set up another building, move the lettuce every month into the building, blah blah blah, and you know, that's just more work. Like, I think the more realistic thing would just be to sell it, which is probably what farmers would do in real life, right? I don't know about you guys, but I don't know anyone who gets lettuce in September and then sells it in January. I would be very cautious about eating that lettuce. But yeah, anyway, just some thoughts for you guys. I guess we can do a bit of a talking time lapse, but it's not really a time lapse because I'll just cut into when I'm a little bit further done, and we go from there. Alrighty, I'm nearly done. So much for a talking time lapse. This is basically just me cutting through and making sure that everything's sorted. But here we are. It's pretty good. Sorry, a little error there on my computer just came up. So yeah, I mean, it took a little while to get this field plowed, probably about 40 minutes or so. But that's fine, because it means that we still have a lot to do in September. We can get it all done in the darkness. I do like doing some farm work in the dark. It sort of feels like, I don't know, like a special type of efforts being put in to get these fields ready to go. So I will bring my AI worker back. One of the complaints I have, actually, this is what I was waiting for you guys to come on camera with me so I can claim this mowing contract. One of the complaints I have about this map is that it's so hard to get, like, this guy will not come home. Like, I could set his destination to be on this track and it'll just say AI worker's path is blocked or target unreachable or whatever. And I think it's because of the fence around all the fields / having to open the gates. So it's a bit of a, AI worker E is blocked by an object. It's a bit of a pain when it comes to doing that sort of stuff. But, I mean, at least we have money to pay for all our hire purchasing stuff. I'm sure I still need a bit more cash, which I'll work on as we go and get a few more things done. Like, this is, I wish we had a cultivator. Cultivating would be awesome, but we're probably going to do these fertilizing jobs, and there's a spraying job as well that was quite close, wasn't there? Yeah, field 14. This is definitely the one I'm going to do. So, yes, that is coming. All of that stuff is about to get moving. We are gonna, what more do we need to do to this field? Let's keep going for a sec, but what more do we need to do to this field? Let's check on here. What does it need? Needs plowing, doesn't need rolling. Stones doesn't matter, water doesn't matter. Has it got weeds? No, it can't have weeds because I just plowed it. So this field is ready to go. We're gonna plant our grass on here and then take a silence and not to come back to it up until the grass is ready to go, which is awesome. And then the plowing's done, the liming's done. All that's left to do is the seeding and the rolling, and then we can finish up. So I think there's one more little bit that I missed over here somewhere. Look at our nice, neat plowing rows. There it is. I'll get this completed, and then we'll switch over to the AI worker and make sure that all of that stuff is taken care of. And when I say the AI worker, I just mean the other tractor. I don't need the AI worker anymore. All right. Put that through, lift off the plow, and I think we are complete. Look at the amount of work that we put in over the last 2 months. It's really, really good to see. Let's just check. Yeah, I mean, I missed a few bits around the edges, but it's not the end of the world. Happy days. Let's leave this guy somewhere out of the way. For now, I'm probably just going to leave him in this grassy area here. That doesn't block the track. Sorry, I'm just rubbing my eye. If you guys can hear that, sorry, can see that. I can't see. That's why I'm rubbing my eye. Okay, let's get the sprayer, and we'll go and do the spraying contract with this guy. Oh, actually, you know what? The other tractor can do the spraying. So why don't I start planting some grass? Wheat, barley, oat, canola, long grain rice, or seed radish, grass. That's the one we want. All right, let's get this opened up. So I'll time lapse this with you guys, but first I'm gonna bring the worker back and set him up to do the spraying contract. So That's what you guys can expect, and then we'll get this field planted with grass, and we'll come back and do the other fields together. Alrighty, we are nearly done with this grass field, and I've had some time to think. And when I say time to think, I definitely mean I've done a bit of research on Reddit to make sure that we're doing the right thing, and I've come to a few conclusions as we get this all wrapped up. Let me raise this, turn it off now, and we can fold it, at least for now, because we're going to go and do our other fields. First thing, we want to make sure that I actually don't need the mulcher. I just want to make sure that this is correct, because mulching only gives a small boost to the mechanics of the game that basically dictate the yield, but I have precision farming. So when you play with precision farming, that means that the soil type determines how much yield you get, not the mulching. So the fact that I stupidly bought this mulcher, wherever it is, I don't even know, what is it even called? I bought one, didn't I? I bought a massive one, stupidly, because I don't need it. This thing. Yep, I think the one that has mulchy in it. This is worth nothing to me because I'm playing with precision farming on. So I'm actually going to sell this immediately because we don't need it. We don't need it. The soil type determines, and just before I go, before I go and do that, the soil type determines how much yield we get. So this is what we need to look at, right? So this field is the one that needs mulching, and it currently needs nitrogen, so it needs fertilizer. But the yield percentage is what we want to look at. So this has potential yield of 97 because it's got loamy sand and sandy loam. Now, loamy sand is I think sandy loam is the worst one. Let me just bring it up here. Oops. I can't remember which one it is. Come on, game. Where are you? Precision farming. I can't remember, but either way, this field has the lowest percentage. That's what we know. This one has one of the highest. This one has 94. That actually is lower than 97. So this is why we're planting grass on this field, because it's already low yield. It's not going to get any better, right? Whereas on this one, I mean, they're probably about the same. So we can do a crop like soybeans in the springtime when it comes around, because soybeans don't use as much of don't need as much fertilizer, which means we don't have to do it as much. So that's potentially a spring crop. But we are going to plant barley here, like I already said, on these two fields, because this one has 122%, which means the yield from the barley, I mean, this one's pretty much 100, let's be honest. And this one being at 122 means we'll have a lot of barley from this field that we'll be able to keep. And then the wheat on this one will be 105, which we'll be able to sell. So that's a pretty decent amount. It means we'll actually invest our time into making sure that we have a good environmental score and all of that. So that's the decision we came to, which means, stupidly, I bought this guy. I'm actually going to sell him. I don't need him. So that fixes our bank balance right away, which is awesome. And now I can get to not worrying about contracts. My AI worker is still up in the top field because for whatever reason he doesn't want to come down. But now I can get to planting the barley in this field and the wheat in the... That's really annoying. That's really annoying. That's my dumb driving that's caused that. Now I can get to planting this field and planting the wheat in the other field without having to worry about all the money that we need in payments, etc. So let's undo this. And we go, yeah, we'll do steering assist, 1 header. Number of headlands, 1. I mean, surely, I was going to say, okay, fine, we'll do 2. We'll do 2 because it was going to break if I did 1. Let's just make sure we don't hit the train. And we do not want grass. Here, we want the barley. We want barley. Let's go. B to turn it on. H to set it, and we are off. Let's see. Yes, perfect. So I am interested to find out, if I just get out of here real quick. Oh, I love that noise. I'm interested to find out. This actually does say it still needs rolling, even though I'm fairly certain that precision farming also negates the rolling effect. So I was going to sell the roller as well. But as you can see, the pH value is perfect. No data found for this one, which is annoying. Let me just go and, oops, I just clicked off my tab. Let me just go and buy the soil information, 2,450. That's so annoying. I should have plowed it all first and then done it. I'm going to go without it this year. You know what, I'm going to go without it. If I want to get the Azaria and I can do the attachment thing myself, that's fine. I'm pretty sure that it'll be unnecessary doing that. Sorry, going back to here. So we still need to roll it. And the expected yield potential is it could go to 100%. So if I fertilize it correctly with nitrogen and I roll it, should be fine. Awesome. That's what we want to hear. That just means that we can set ourselves up for a beautiful future by making sure this field gets planted and we look after it pretty well. So it's worth investing the time and money into fertilizing it. If this was a low yield field, try saying that 5 times quicker, low yield field, then I probably would consider not doing that and just planting something like, I don't know, sorghum or grass or one of the things that we don't need. Like I said, that field's going to go back to onions in the future because we've got the onion planter. But yeah, just wanted to share some thoughts and obviously sell that machine that we had that I stupidly bought. And we've lost a little bit of money on that, of course, which is my own stupid fault, but it is what it is. We live and we learn, and I just need to understand the mechanics of precision farming a little bit better. But I think I've done my research now, and I'm quite certain that I do. So either way, we're looking good for the future. Time to get this field, this ginormous field, planted and ready to go. This is going to be quite a bit of pain to get this sorted, but that's okay. It's currently 8 p.m. in September. I'm hoping that I can do this within an hour, a real life hour, seeing as we're playing on 1 speed. Otherwise, it's going to be a dark, dark night as we try and get this all finished. But enjoy one of the last time lapses that we do, because after this I've just got the wheat field up there to plant and then we're sorted. Over by the lighthouse. The lighthouse looks cool. Is it going to shine? Yeah, it shines this way too. That is awesome. Oh, a very strange configuration of field here. I don't really know how that's happened, but I'll figure it out later. That's okay. But yeah, enjoy the time lapse, and I'll catch you guys around the other side where we can finally, hopefully, get close to concluding the episode.
Every singer needs a song. Every bell cries out to be around. Every dog wanna wag its tail. Life ain't nothing but a pilgrim trail. Every message needs a dove, and everything grows with a drop of love. We're all hanging on tooth and nail. It's a rocky road, this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. waits a tale. We're on this freight train going down the rail. Together on this pilgrim's trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Where everything is up for sale. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down a pilgrim trail.
Right, so I finally managed to get that field sorted, and let's just take a moment here and appreciate how much I've really done. Not this field. Look at this. Look at this gigantic piece of land. I think this is 11 acres. We've managed to get 11 acres of barley sown. I think that's a great... Pardon me, I sneezed there. I think that's a great accomplishment. That's a really, really good accomplishment. And this is going to be definitely one of our most profitable fields I think I've ever had in any of the Let's Plays I've done. So this is awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. And I love the yard. I mean, if I could get a hay shed here, that could be cool. And I think these things are going to make us quite a bit of money in the future. So quick update. I've got this guy rolling, which it goes a funny color, like it goes a lighter color of the bit that they've already rolled, but obviously you can see here the difference here. He's double rolling that bit for some reason, but I know this is a grass field, so not necessarily needing the rolling, but I mean I don't really mind. After this, we also have to roll the other field, roll this field too, and then fertilize them all. So we're nearly at the end of our September's worth of terror, I would say, but there's one more thing left to do, and that is to do wheat. I've pressed Y a million times. Have I gone past it? Wheat. We're going to do wheat in this field. So I could do a time lapse. You know what though? Let's set the worker to do this, and I will take over the rolling, just so I know it's a pain, but then at least we're doing a different bit of equipment, and even though it's at the same field, and then we'll be able to roll in that field afterwards as well. So I'll let this guy get to the end, and then we'll figure it out from there. Actually, while I'm here, let me go to, I don't know, here. Can I not just visit? I just want to visit. Visit? Oh, okay, fine. Whatever. I just want to visit the yard and see how much fertilizer we have, because I think I had heaps, but then I did also do a bunch of contracts, so I might need to run to the store and get some more potentially. It was over here. Oh, here we go. Hopefully I can pick this up. Oh yeah, 2,000. That's fine. That's so fine. Although we do have massive fields, but I think this would be good. Although it is the first time that we've fertilized it all, so I'm not sure. Either way, let's take over this guy, and we'll do a little bit. Oops, I just put him on AI worker again. I didn't mean to. I meant to do steering assist. There we go. For some reason, I'm much quicker than the AI workers are. Maybe because I don't need such a steep turning circle. What an episode it's been. This is, I mean, it's hard to tell because I don't know how long the time lapses will be, but I'm sure this is well over an hour long, which is just awesome. Just really, really bonkers. So if you guys are still here, thanks for watching. Stick around for more slow, long play content. This is the kind of style you can expect from me. But I'm really enjoying it. This is the most progress I've ever had in the game. Across all my saves, really, and I'm just looking forward to getting a little bit more done. So we've ploughed everything that needs ploughing. We're rolling this. Then I've got to roll this monstrosity of a field. I don't know if you guys noticed it in the time lapse, but I tried to get rid of the tram lines here. They're still here. I'm hoping that that's just a sleep thing. When maybe once I sleep, it'll be all done afterwards. Is there a difference between these two? I can't really tell. I think there is though. Look at the texture on the right hand side. To me it looks like it's changing. Yeah, it is. It's changing a little bit, so that's fine. So at least we're doing the right thing. We're getting the field rolled and we're getting it all sorted. I think fertilizing will be fun. Fertilizing will be like the last little achievement after everything is sorted for the month. I'm really looking forward to getting that done. And then I'm looking forward to getting into October and going back to 5 times speed and not ever having to worry about this amount of work again in a field, because obviously this is the first time. So once we do it the second time around, it should be much easier to control. But yeah, we'll finish off with a little time lapse in this field of the roller, and then I might fertilize this guy as well. And then in the interest of making sure that I keep this episode remotely short compared to what it is, we'll do a little bit of spraying, fertilizing in this field, and then probably skip that field, because you guys have seen me plow it, you've seen me sow it. Like, if you want to really see me fertilize it, then I think that's a lot of effort. It's not really the fertilizing, it's the rolling. I think this thing will take me a long time to roll. So we'll skip until all of the fields are done, and then we'll go from there. But at the same time, I don't want to skip, because then it might be like, oh, well, I didn't really put the hours in. So we'll see. Maybe we do a bit of a sort of bit part time lapse, and I don't know, a 30-second time lapse on that field, and then a 30-second time lapse of that field across all 4 bits of the equipment, and then we go from there. Anyway, I'm just blabbering now. Let's get this done and finished. Okay, here I am at the store, and it's time to purchase a little bit more liquid fertilizer because I've run out. Now I'm thinking, we could probably spend 10 grand on it. I mean, I think this will last us a long time. So let's spend 10 grand and let's fill this up, because we have our fields to fertilize. So if I go back over here, you guys will see this one's done. This one's nearly done. This one's done, and then I've only got this one to go. So currently, our AI worker buddy is going to town with the roller on this field. So he'll get that sorted hopefully by the time we get back, and then I'll be able to fertilize and go from there. Ooh, have I got too much fertilizer? Yes, I do. I've got too much fertilizer. Well, isn't that just annoying? I've got 800 litres extra. I really wish that I hadn't done that quickly and I'd thought about it. I guess I could do potentially some of these contracts. Anyway, that's a problem for later. For now, let's get back to the field and do some fertilising. I don't know how long this video will be because of all the time lapses, but one thing I know for certain is the feeling of satisfaction you get after completing all of this is awesome. It's just really awesome. So I've got this wheat field is now. I mean, the II work is still going, and I'll just let them finish off, and I'll take over in a sec. But this field is now fertilized. It's been seeded, obviously, with wheat. It's being rolled currently, and we are set to now have 4 giant fields of a significant harvestable amount. It's just a really good feeling. I think this is one of the nicest things about playing this game, is that you just feel a real sense of progression, and it's been very enjoyable getting it all sorted and ready to go, and I'm looking forward to profiting from this stuff in a year's time in game, and seeing how we go. So I'm going to finish off here because I'm pretty exhausted. I'm going to finish off camera, just finishing that rolling contract, and then we're going to sleep. I'm going to sleep in real life as well as in the game. Can I even park this here? Is there enough room? Because I've been playing for a little while now. So probably time to take a bit of a break, but if I leave this here, that should be fine. Let us turn this tractor off, and let's have a look at what this guy's doing. Is he doing a header? I don't even know. I have no clue. Let's go back to needs rolling. Okay, so he's just randomly going down. Wait, why did that disappear? There you go. He's just randomly going down one of the pathways there. So I don't think he's rolled around the outside. I think he's still doing the up and downy bits. He hasn't done the headland yet, so that's fine. I think that's an easy bit to follow for me. So we'll end this one here. This tiny little bit, it's not enough to keep on camera, and I'm pretty exhausted. But I just want to thank you guys very much for watching. If you're still here, then please leave a like. Comment down below what you think we should do next. And I'm looking forward to getting into October and finally starting to make some money. But yeah, that's it for now. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now.